I'm not sure if you remember, but YouTube used to be the main place for creativity. It was a lot of genuine content made to show that off.
I want to start a video blog.
Talking about watermelon. All black people don't like watermelon.
Let rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate
Johnny
rain.
bit me.
A baby born will die.
He waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle.
But yeah, those days are basically gone. Those are going to be a distant memory. Now it seems like the platform really seems to care more about advertisers than it does the actual people that create the content. And if you're an independent creator who's doing all this by yourself, maybe not potentially in the partner program or anything like that yet, good luck. Good luck. Today we're going to talk about some of the challenges that those independent creators face on YouTube, like the frustrating lack of transparency and what this means for the future of creativity on this platform. In the case you can't tell by the lights, we're going to talk about it. So if you've ever uploaded a video to YouTube, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Videos getting struck down for no reason, videos getting struck down for vague reasons, no real communication, no appeals that actually go anywhere. And the worst part, sometimes you see the same thing being done somewhere else on the platform. And I've never been one that's been like, oh, if somebody's doing it over here, I should be able to do it over there. No, I'm not one to try and compare and contrast. But being able to look at the stark differences within the platform is always a fun exercise. Now, sometimes the strike system does work as it's intended. You upload a video with copyrighted music or something that doesn't belong to you, and it goes to the actual company or individual who owns the royalties or rights to that song. And this covers various things: songs, artwork, movies. But what about the times when it's wrong? Now let's get real for a second. YouTube has always been some sort of a catch-22. On one hand, it gave people the opportunity to share their form of creativity on a platform, as well as even potentially make a living from it. On the other hand, this is a platform which increasingly, overtly, is being driven for corporate interests. For example, personally, I've had multiple videos strike down for various reasons. Some for a reason which does make sense, some fully strike down and taken down with no clear reasoning or option for in-depth appeal. And if you're not familiar with YouTube's strike system, basically, if you get 3 strikes in a certain set amount of time, you're out of the game. Could be gone, poof, forever. No explanation, no real way to appeal, and no transparency. And here's where things can get increasingly frustrating for some people. Reaction content, commentary videos, and things about certain topics may get independent creators striked, but potentially looking at the other side, they might get a free pass. There are tons of examples of this. Reaction style content. If you're a smaller creator, your video might get flagged and even actively taken down for copyright claims or community guideline strikes. But if you're another creator in a program, you may have the opportunity to take further action, live or pre-recorded. Personally, I had an instance of being live and the whole live going down. That's bananas. That's crazy. And I already know people are going to say, well, maybe other creators follow the rules better. And as a creator or even as a viewer, I feel like we can all say we've seen cases of content on the platform which over here is posted and we're like, and then over here we see content which is fully in alignment but still some reason gets taken down for community guidelines. Or even the same exact content on 2 channels and one being taken down and not the other. I'm not exactly sure if that falls under enforcement or favoritism. Here's the thing, YouTube's guidelines are kind of about as clear as a hot box or mud. One day your video is fine, then the next your video is taken down and striked for violating community guidelines. Except no one can tell you what you violated. This isn't just me. This has happened to various creators across the platform. I'm not sure if you've ever tried to get a straight answer from YouTube support team, but if you have, I salute you. But for everybody else, you might as well just yell into the void. Personally, I communicated with the YouTube team over on Twitter, thinking maybe we'd be able to get a better understanding of what the problem was. But no, nothing. just generic answers, and not even a we'll just pass it along to the team. It was mainly just, there's nothing else that we can do, nor can we give you a reason why. Not gonna lie, YouTube support team might just be one bot, just one AI LLM bot. This isn't just about strikes or unfair enforcement. It's about what this potentially could mean for creativity and the future of the platform and the ability to speak how you feel. When creators feel like they have to constantly walk on eggshells, afraid their next video might get taken down or channel striked, it can begin to kind of stifle innovation and discourages new creators from even joining the platform. Personally, I feel like YouTube was built on creativity and the ability for people to speak and express the views or thoughts that they had. But when creators begin to feel punished for certain things without reason, when corporate interests take full control, we may begin to lose something bigger. Yes, advertising is very necessary in this economy. Believe me, if anybody understands, I understand. But does it have to come at the expense of creativity? Honestly, the truth is, this shift just isn't bad for creators. It's also bad for the viewer. When diverse forms of creation begins to get pushed out, we lose those unique perspectives and the content that made YouTube unique in the first place. Honestly, this is just my advice to anybody and everybody in general, which is always diversify your platform. Don't put all your eggs into just one basket. Explore other platforms like TikTok, Instagram, or maybe even Patreon. And then finally, to everybody, keep creating. Don't let anything stop you from creating. If that's what you feel like you're meant to do, and it may not be for everybody, but if you believe in your content, you can and should have the opportunity for it to be seen. And look, I'm not here to bash YouTube. I've always rocked with the platform for years. I've created content back in almost when the platform first came out, and I've always believed in the power of what it could do for people. YouTube has had the opportunity to take people out of situations that they never would have thought they would have been able to get out of, and make impacts in places that they would have never thought they would be able to. I think it's time for not only the platform, but for all of us to remember the roots of it, to find a balance between corporate interests and independent creativity. Because honestly, at the end of the day, YouTube is just a private company, and they can do whatever they want with the platform. But, like we said, it's on them to remember, if it's a platform for advertisers, it still requires the creators. Well, until we have like all the AI creators and everything. But if we want to keep YouTube alive, well, till then, everybody keep creating, keep adapting, and keep pursuing what you want to do. If you feel like you're meant to create, then create. And if YouTube isn't the platform for you, well, maybe it's time to find a platform that you feel like will suit what you need to do. But for now, everybody, let me know in the comments if you feel like you've experienced some of this double standard potentially, or maybe striking or flagging on something that was incorrect. Let me know. Drop a comment. But for now, don't forget to subscribe and like, and we'll be back for another one. Peace.